crazy man is Jerry Balzano. A man part of the most famous Italian mafia was caught road raging and fighting a couple. This event happened on Route 17 in upstate New York, showing a car pulling close to the one filming and slowing down in front of him. Apparently the driver didn't like something and stepped out of the car angry and screaming to the couple behind.
You want to play fucking games, you little cocksucker? Huh? You want to throw fucking games? I'll kick your motherfucking head. I'll kick your fucking head. You're dirty scumbag. You want to play fucking games? Go ahead.
Excuse me, hello?
Motherfucker.
Hello?
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You little scumbag.
Hello?
Why don't you get out like a tough guy? You want to play tough guy?
Someone is hitting my husband.
You want to play tough guy, right? You want to cut me off like a tough guy.
He's
You want to play like a tough guy.
He's hitting
You
my
ain't no
husband.
fucking tough guy, you cocksucker. You're nothing.
여보,
You
someone
motherfucker.
is hitting him.
Wow, you
여보, someone is
motherfucker.
hitting him.
That's what you are. Oh,
Oh my
motherfucker.
gosh!
The road rager was telling the victim if he wants to throw hands when it's clearly him acting uncivilized. Apart from insults and threats, the road rager started to hit the husband for no reason, but thankfully another man came up to them, calming this him. The man was later on identified as Jerry Balzano, member of the De Cavalcante family, famous for being the biggest Italian mafia family in New Jersey. This happened in March of 2018. This dashcam footage shows a driver on a creepy and pitch black road, only showing what the lights enlightened. Arriving at the turn, a woman back-facing and dressed in pink was standing on the side. Not even seen to be bothered, the driver continues normally his route, and this is when things are taking a disturbing way. The road is turning every few seconds, and the woman appears every time, never showing her face or running. She was the same woman at every corner, almost like she was teleporting each time. After seeing the strange being the fourth time walking right in front of them in the middle of the road, the driver decided to reverse back. This unexplained video could let us think this is a ghost, but some believe this was a montage, which is totally impossible as the time was running on the lower screen. A Circle K employee in Jeffersontown was heading home when he was approached by two men and a woman. The 22-year-old was beaten, tied up with a towel around his head before thrown in the trunk. The man told the police he was driven around for 3 hours before they found him. His kidnappers were driving around, making different stops and even buying drugs in the meantime. As the suspects were heading back to the store, the car was pulled over and the people inside almost immediately became suspicious to the officers. This is what the victims have to say.
Suspicious.
There was a small gap in the tail light of my car where I could see red and blue lights flashing. He came back and asked about insurance, and that's when I started kicking and punching on the hood.
When hearing the kicking officer, Wilson called back up, and it's when they made this shocking discovery. The other officer arrived, and one suspect was dragged out the car from the passenger side, put to the ground and handcuffed. Moments later, the man driving was also handcuffed, resisting arrest, while the woman was escorted out the car. Not knowing what to expect, what might be inside the trunk, officers pointed their guns for precautions as the trunk was opening. The victim was shaking and complaining of head and knee injuries, but able to explain to the officers what exactly happened. He was then rushed to a nearby hospital for treatment. The three suspects were put to jail. This footage takes place on a highway in the middle of the night in Thailand in the Surafani province. A dashcam recorded the spooky apparition, which looked like a man in a white shirt and blue pants standing right in the middle of the road as the car drove by. Inflicting a glancing blow. Even if the camera footage is blurry, the strange figure doesn't look like a human. His head takes a triangle form and it's pretty big. The car had no time to slow down and literally went through the man, which didn't even move. No screams were heard by the driver, and when looking back, the driver said nothing was on the road. Some believed that it was a ghost, but others said it was just a shadow reflected in the car's windows or mirrors. However, drunk people are pretty common in Thailand, and that could explain if a man was standing there, but it happened in the middle of nowhere. Although it seems unlikely to be a ghost as it was wearing clothes, this moment remains an interesting but disturbing experience at the same time. On April 5th, 2016, a YouTuber named RG My Life uploaded a shocking video of a road rager while he was on his motorcycle. The man was driving pretty fast, arriving at a red stop between two cars and keep an eye on the red one. Pulling right in front of this car. Once the green lights turn on, they both sped to be the first one in the lane, almost crashing into each other. The motorcyclist approached the driver from the side, but the red car didn't pay any attention to him. After a moment of speeding, the car driver came out of nowhere as he seemed to be left behind. This is when things went off, because they were now both angry at each other. The car even pulled in front of the two lanes, blocking everyone, hoping he would stop the motorcyclist. The short exchange seemed calm until he hit the mirror of the vehicle. The road rage started and the car almost runned over the man standing outside the window, yelling at him.
What?
But it didn't stop there. The car could have killed this motorcyclist so many times with this reckless driving, and he even got out spitting on him. This is completely stupid, and they are both at fault, as the motorcyclist shouldn't go in front of him, and the car driver shouldn't put more wood to the fire by following him. This next footage was taken on the Broadway Road in Albany, showing this school bus taking a turn while this BMW behind the driver was getting upset and deciding to do the unthinkable. Arriving at the next intersection, the bus takes a turn to the left side while the black car comes up to the front, turning at the same exact time, thinking he could cut him off and continue his way. Of course, he ended up in an accident, crashing into the school bus from behind and pushed onto the road stopper. A few seconds later, the crazy driver comes out shaking his head, not realizing what he did could end up in a fatal crash. The seemingly nurse tries to explain it wasn't his fault, maybe to clear his customs. Anyway, it doesn't seem he realizes what he did. A few weeks ago, Taiwan was hit by a 7.4 magnitude earthquake, causing the death of 10 people and injuring thousands. In this terrifying video, cars can be seen quickly stopping and reversing in a panic on the road in an attempt to avoid the landslide crashing down the side of the mountain next to the road. One driver's dashcam caught the horrific moment one car didn't manage to avoid it and was smashed by a huge boulder, pushing the vehicle against the wall. The incident occurred in Hualien province. Unfortunately, 700 people are still trapped or missing, making rescue efforts even more difficult. This next footage took place on a busy Australian road, and due to construction, the two lanes were forced to merge into one. When the truck filming tried to pull into the lane, the car next to him did not let him get in, and this is what it led to.
How you gonna go, you dickhead? How you gonna go? Huh? What is your wrong? What do you think you're fucking doing? Ah! Ah! Billy! Billy! Ah! Get off! Ah! Get out! Get out, you fucking idiot! Get out! Get out! Get out!
The car driver came out screaming to the truck driver when he was at fault, and after hitting his trunk, he decided to drive off. Apparently, the truck driver rolled on his feet. From the driver perspective, he was faking it and wasn't hurt at all. They both left the scene with no police involvement.